Real quick, I'm
Oh,
just going to give a synopsis. We have 50 states, population data, and we have the capitals here. We have population data and estimated population, and we're going to fill in regions based on the division, and we're going to do the region in 3 different ways. So thank you for joining this class, and now we're going to go forward. And we're sharing with Diane. Diane is controlling the screen now, and we're asking her to do the replacement option for filling in the region. And so we want her to copy column F into column E. And I have the title over here. I'll put back the title once she's done that. Okay, so remember, and this is good for Simone. Diane, stop there 1 minute. What you're doing is copy and drag. But if you have 4,000 rows of data and you want to copy a whole column, this is not a good way to do it. How else can we select a column of data? Do you remember?
no, I don't. I
Okay,
do.
go, Agnes, tell her how to do that.
You could go to the top of the, like, column F, hold the cursor up there and copy, yeah,
Yes. Stay
and
there.
highlight the
Go
whole
back
thing.
above F. You see, whenever you are above, wait, no, don't do anything yet. Wait, go by F right there.
Right.
When you see that black arrow pointing down, it means that the whole column is in focus now. So that when you click that, then you've selected the column, the whole column all at once, right? So let's do the copy. Right click on the column now and say copy. And just go into E right there. Yes, that's fine, right there, and paste. 2 ways you can do it. You can just hit enter, or you can actually paste with the first option there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we've pasted what we saw in column F over here, because why do we need that? We want to fill in region. Let me just put back the topic here. Hold on. Region. This was the original topic in that cell, right? So basically we have here, so we said we're going to enter the region by replacement, by if statement, or we're going to do a sort and fill, right? So the first thing we're going to do is, based on the chart on the right, with Northeast, Midwest, South, and West, we're going to look for all of these divisions and change that division to the region. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I want to make sure you understand what it is, what our goal is here, because you may have to do this at work. So we have all these places, these divisions where we have
Sorry,
people.
can you repeat that for me, please? Sorry.
So we have all these divisions where we have people, right? And that's in column F. So there's people in all these divisions. Now, though 2 divisions make up 1 region. So we wanted to fill in the region, but so we're going to do it based on the division. So if your division is East, South, Central, we copied from the division. So if it's East, South, Central, what we're going to do is look over here for East, South, Central, and we're going to replace it with the correct region. Am I making sense? So instead of the first one, let's do over here the first one, New England. So anywhere you see New England, you want to change it to Northeast. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because that is the region for New England and also for Middle Atlantic. So now we're going to select the whole of column E. So you went above where the E is with the down arrow and you click. That's good. Now we're going to do a replacement. So if you go on the tab, the menu we're in is the home menu over here on the left. And when you go all the way to the right of the home menu, you find something that says find and select. It looks like a spyglass, a magnifying glass. All the way to the right,
Right.
you click the down arrow on find and select, and you want to choose replace. So now we don't know what the region is, but we just copied all the divisions over here. And so for every division, we're going to put in the region because we have it in our Census Bureau chart right on the right. So you're going to look for New Space England. There you go. And you're going to replace it with, what's the region for New England?
1.
No.
For
What's the
New
name
England,
of region 1?
Northeast.
There you go. Okay, that's good. Hold on. So every instance of New England that we find, we're going to replace it with Northeast. So hit replace all. All done. There were 6 replacements. Okay. Now you're going to take out New England and North. Actually, you're going to put in Middle Atlantic, Middle Space Atlantic, just like it's on the right side here. Atlantic. And we're going to replace it with.
I don't see Middle Atlantic. I'm looking.
Okay, we're on Northeast, right? So Middle Atlantic there. You're going to replace that also with Northeast because that's in the Northeast division.
Okay.
So replace all.
We couldn't find anything
Hit
to
okay.
replace.
Middle Space Atlantic. Okay, sorry. In my chart, I put Mid-Atlantic, so take out the DLE from middle. Okay, Mid-Atlantic, and then replace all. There were 3 replacements, and we see New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, so we know that that's correct. Now, Diane, you're going to continue with the same replacement until we've finished all the regions. So in the Midwest, we have East, North, Central. And we're going to replace that with Midwest as the region. Yes.
5.
And then
okay.
We have West, North, Central.
7. That's good. So is this starting to make sense now, what we're doing? And you had 50 states and 50, each one of those had their own division, but in just eight different replacements, you can fill in the region for all those 50 states. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, Simone, is that making sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
East, South, Central.
Four, that's good. And just change East to West now. Space, yeah. That's good. Next region.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we're done. So we said fill in the region in 3 ways. So this is one way of doing it. You can close the box, Diane. Thank you. That was pretty good. You really, really stepped up to that, and I appreciate that very much. So these are all our regions filled in. It took us about, what, 4 or 5 minutes? And when you are better at this, you'll be able to do this in 2 minutes. Yeah, we just did one way of replacing. So we said, okay, we have all the divisions. We want to know what region it is, but there's 2 divisions per region. So we'll just do 2 replacements per region, and we will get all the regions in there. And we have that now. That's good. So if you ever had data that you had to manipulate like this based on another column of data, you want to fill in something about it. That is one way. You just copy. What we did was copied all the divisions over here and then replace the respective divisions with their region name. So the second one we're going to do, we're going to leave if out for a minute. We're going to do sort and fill. So I need you to actually just instead of delete and copy, just copy division, the division column again. Copy. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, and enter it over there.
But it's going to
Just
change.
go into the header, region replacement, blah, blah, blah. Go there and hit enter. Right. So you saved yourself a few steps by just hitting enter, right? And I'm going to ask you to go into T1. So Simone, we call the cells by first the column and then the row. So Diane, go into T1. No, just it's over on your right. Just go to T1. There you go. Copy that. You can hit Control C or you can click the thing and then choose copy and put it back into, and double click between E and F, please. Just double click. No, not, yeah, double click right there. It doesn't seem to be working for you. Hold on, let me try. Hold on. You keep your mouse still. Oh, that's not working. I don't know why. Normally, if you double click, it'll fit the data into the column. So now the second method we're going to use is a sort and fill. Right? Right now we're sorted by state in alphabetical order, starting with A. We're going to select the entire table. So you can select A through F, columns A through F. So we have A through F selected, and we're going to do a sort, right? So sort is on your home menu all the way to the right, and it says sort and filter. Right there. Click the down arrow, yes, and you are going to do a custom sort. Yep, that looks good. So you can sort in multiple ways, right? You can, so in our case, we want to sort by division because we want all things in one division to be right one below each other. Oh, okay, let me explain something before you do that. You see this box that says my data has header rows? Make sure that is checked if you have a header. And in our case, we do have a header. So we're going to sort by division. If you didn't have a header, it would say column A, column B, column C. You can do that, Diane. Yeah. And then say, okay. Okay. So what this has done is put all east, north, central, blah, 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 in together, right? So sort and fill. So now we know east, north, central is in which region? It's in Midwest. So
East, North, Central, or Midwest, yes.
Yes. So you could replace that first east, north, central with Midwest right there.
1 second, you got the information from over here.
Yes, all the data that we use is from that chart. Yeah, so that is in Midwest, so change it to Midwest. Now I'm showing you different ways of doing it. And then you select which way is better for you. As a new user of Excel, recent user of Excel, you know, so these are some of the little tricks that we're not going to give you the difficult stuff yet.
Okay, so to do that, you're going to do the same find and select?
No, we already did replacement. So this is not replacement. You're going to sort and then you're going to just fill it. So if you type Midwest into that first east, north, central. Okay, enter that. And then now go back to Midwest and drag it down to the last east, north, central. There you go.
And then enter?
Enter. No, you're supposed to drag it down. No, go to Midwest.
Go to
the little box on the corner. You select that and drag down east, north, central. There you go. Nope. So I did this to show you when you're doing this by dragging, you
Mhm.
have to be careful not to, because if you've overwritten East South Central with the wrong region, it'll come out, it won't come out right.
Okay.
All right. So for most people, replacement is best, but if it's a little bit of data that you have to do this way, then you know that this is an option. So East South Central is in the south. So we change that to south and drag down.
Oh, 1 second. And just south.
So yeah, space, yeah, there you go. Now to copy, you go back to the cell, yeah, and then you drag from that little box down. There you go. That allows you to copy. Remember, I told you the last time that there's this little box that comes out in the corner of that range, that little box right there. If you click that down, oh, we lost it. Okay, all right.
Oh, I was doing the other one. Okay, there's the little box now. Go ahead.
No. You drag it to Mid-Atlantic and stop there. Right there. So this little box here, if you click on what happened there? You
Okay, I
couldn't
got it
copy
on.
it. You just selected. Just go to Northeast. No, what did you do?
Go to the right.
Redo. Okay, forget it. No,
I'm
1 second, stop. Okay, now I want you to go to that little box on the right, lower right corner. Click that box and drag it down 2 cells.
The highlighted one, Diane.
Yeah.
I mean the one that
No,
have the border.
okay. No, cancel. What you're doing is click the little box.
That's what I'm trying to do.
No, it's okay. Take your time.
Well, it's not really a box, isn't it? Just like a little plus sign.
It's a dot. It's
Oh, okay. Yeah.
okay, right. When you see the black stuff, that's what you have that. When you see the black cross.
There
There
you
you go. That's it?
Yes.
Okay, you dragged it once, but okay. You see this little blue box in the right corner there?
Mhm.
If you hover over that, it gives you options. So whenever you drag, you get these options. Do you want me to copy the cells? Do you want me to fill formatting only, or fill without formatting, or flash fill, right? So you do get an option if you want to copy or fill. In our case, we'll be copying those cells, right? If it is a fill and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it'll copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you keep going, it'll continue to fill in the rest of the numbers. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay, so in this case, drag this down 1 more box, Diane. You see it? You need to go down 1 more for Mid-Atlantic. Okay. So do we get the gist of what we're doing here with the regions? So if we were to copy that, sort it by division, we could then also fill in the region and drag it down to the others, right? We don't need to do all of them to understand this, but I want to make sure everybody understands what we're doing. All right, so that's good, Diane. I think we got it. If we were to do mountain is in the west. You want to do 1 more, Diane?
Sure.
Good practice. Good. Okay. All right. So that's basically what we did. We copied the division from the right, and then we're going to fill in the region that division would fall into. I think replacement is a little easier than this. This is a lot more of typing and dragging and stuff. When we did replacement, it was 8 replacements that we did. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So the next method would be with an if statement. So I'm going to continue with New England here. I'm going to do an if statement here. And remember, if is a function. So we're going to go to New England And here we're going to say use an if statement. If is a formula, so it's a logical formula. Look, so I'm in the formulas and I'm doing a logical statement here, right? And the function I want is a if. So I want to say if the cells over there is equal to New England, then you're going to call it Northeast. So I'm going to do the if, and it gives me a little wizard here that I can fill in. So if this box here equals New England, and it says true. Do you notice that it says true here? The
Mhm.
value, if true, I'm going to say Northeast. Now, this tends to put in, if it's not true, it'll put in NA, but I don't want the whole thing all the way down to be NA, right? So I'm going to put a space, and the way to put a space is to put quotes, put the space, and put quotes again. So if it's not true, just leave it blank, just leave a space. So in this case, the answer is here. So the answer to your if statement is Northeast, because the cell that we're on is New England. Does that make sense?
Can you go over
Yeah.
that again? Because that has always been a problem for me. I didn't
Okay.
clearly get it.
So why I wish I could share with you. I don't know why I can't give you control. Are you using a Mac?
No, I'm using my phone. I don't have
Oh,
a
that's
computer.
why I can't give you control then. Okay,
Oh, really?
that's why. Yeah, you can't give control to you don't have a keyboard.
Oh,
Yes, so
okay.
I was wondering why I couldn't give you
Oh,
control.
I was gonna, I could go upstairs and use Andre's. Well, next time I'll
No,
use the
next
computer
time.
next
That's
time.
fine. But
Yeah.
let me do it over again. So I already filled in Northeast here. I would have
Okay, so
dragged
you
it.
have to click on the cell first,
You
correct?
click in the cell that you want to change,
Okay,
right? So I'm on Pacific now. Let's see where Pacific is. Pacific is in the west. So watch
okay.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it's a logical function. If this, then do that, right? That's what we're trying
Mhm.
to do here. So logically, if that cell over there,
Okay, stop for a second, if I
uh-huh,
may. Where did
mhm.
you get logically?
By formulas.
Because if by functions,
Oh,
if
the
is a logical
functions.
function,
Okay, okay, okay. I got it now.
right?
Okay, I
So
got it. Go ahead.
if the cell over here, F28,
Mm-hmm.
right, is equal to, and you have to put in quotes because it's text, you got to
Mm-hmm.
put it in quotes. It's not a number. So you
Mm-hmm.
if F28 equals 5, you could do something, but because it's text, you got to put it in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Quotes. Pacific,
Okay.
then, and you see it starts calculating for you already. It says this is true. Then
Right.
the value, if true, is going to be west because Pacific is in the west, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And the value, if false, I don't want it to fill in a whole
To be
bunch of
in.
NAs. So I'll
Okay.
just put
Quotations
quote.
or whatever.
Yeah, or
Oh,
I can leave it blank. So it's
oh,
still west, right? You see the answer
okay.
says west here. So
Yeah.
what I'm
Uh-huh.
going to do, I'm going to go back, I'm going to go down into South Atlantic a little bit to see what happens to these, because these won't say Pacific. Let's see what it does. Okay. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say, okay, here the answer is west here. When you have a function like this, your wizard always shows you what the answer is right here.
So you
Okay.
don't
Okay.
have to put anything if false.
It,
You have to put
sometimes you
it in
do,
the
but in
first.
this case, I want to see what will happen.
Oh, E4.
Okay.
If it,
Okay.
because
Okay.
sometimes it puts in NA. So I'm going to go into South Atlantic and see what happens. So I'm going to say, okay, there it
Mhm.
is. Now I have a function here and I want to drag it down Let's go into South Atlantic 3 times. So it says false,
Oh, okay,
right?
right.
So if I were to undo that, what I just did, and just drag west just to the ones that say Pacific, boom. Now, what
Okay.
you don't want to do is have it say false and then, well, you already know you're looking for South Atlantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you had
Mm-hmm.
dragged it all the way down here, you may not remember what was there and so on. So you do have to be careful with that,
Okay.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
basically, you use the sort and fill, you put all the South Centrals together and so on, and you were able to fill in Midwest based on any East, North, Central. You just know it's going to be Midwest. Any South, East, South, Central is going to be South and so on. So you did that. Then I came here and I used an if statement, right? I
Mm-hmm.
could also, if I wanted to test another if statement, let's do a quick, this is not, I didn't write that into the class, but we're going to just test. So move this over a little bit. What if I want to say if the population over here is greater than 100,000, say big city, right? So if is a logical function, if this cell, right? You can select the cell. The population over here is greater than 100,000. I hope that's a number. If it's not a number, it might more. So in this case, it says true, right? Because it's 114,000 people in that town.
Mm-hmm.
The value you're going to return is, put it in quotes again when you're putting text into a function, big, B-I-G-C-I-T-Y, big city.
Mm-hmm.
Else, you're going to say small shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Mm-hmm.
in our case, we see that for the cell that we're requesting at the moment, it's going to
Big
say big
city.
city because it's more than 100,000. We're going to say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's going to be big city. So now we have this formula in the cell here. This box is in my way. Let me just move it a little. Okay, so now I'm going to drag the formula all the way down. So all of these people here. And so there's a bunch of big cities and some small shots in between, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is one way of manipulating data to get what you want. You want to see all the big cities in the US. You want to see where we would need more medicals, more hospitals, more, where should we spend money on these states? Do we need to fix the road in this small shot town? Or
Mm-hmm.
the big city that has more traffic, do they get more money for road construction?
Got it.
No, it's not going to be just cut and dry like that. If you're a senator or whatever, it's a whole different ball game. But this is just an example I'm giving you of how you could use this data. If it's a big city, do I want to go live in a big city where there's a chance of getting more work, or do I want to go to a small shot town where it's mom and pop stores, the kids can play outside, that kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff we use it for. Maybe a researcher might want to, look for all the big cities for whatever reason, or look for all the small towns for whatever reason. This is how you could use that. Am I
Mhm.
making sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so that's it. I'm going to delete this data here. Now, the other thing is we have some formulas here. Midwest. Where am I going? Oh, these were filled in. We have some formulas here in my if Northeast. So I have a formula here, right? But if
Mhm.
you leave the formula here and I make a mistake and drag it down, it might fill in all my stuff with false. So
Mm-hmm.
what if I didn't want my formula to show? What if you don't want people to know how smart you are, and you don't want them to see your function? Once you filled in the function and you're satisfied that it's good,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to click Northeast here,
Mhm.
all the Northeast, and you see all the functions in there. We're going to
Mhm.
say copy, and we're going to repaste, but we're only going to paste the values. You don't want to paste the formulas, you just want the values now. And so everything is just Northeast. If I were to click on it, it would just say Northeast instead of saying the if function.
So when you copy, you use the second option.
The second, yeah. So we did the fill in 3 ways. We did replacement. So we copied everything from over here, go over there, and every East, North, Central, we just replace it with Midwest and so on and so forth. The second way we did an if statement. If over there says this, then replace it with that. And if it doesn't, just don't put anything. The next thing we did was sort and fill. So we copied the data. It wasn't sorted this way. So all the East, North, Central was not together. So we copied it and then we sorted by the division, and we were able to quickly fill in the region and drag it down. Right. So that was another way of doing it. It's not the desired way, but we're just going over, or if you just need to do a little bit of data, then this is a quick thing to do rather than go use a big function and VLOOKUP and all that. We're not ready for VLOOKUP yet. So, and we're also not ready for pivot tables yet. We have to learn how to use Excel, and then we get into VLOOKUP and pivot tables, right? Okay, so that's that. So we've filled in all of our regions, but the region is not important to us anymore. So now we're going to, Diane, resort. Let me share with you again. And I'm picking on you because I already know how to do this stuff. So it's better if you practice it. So we're going to go back now, since the topic for today is sort and filter. We're going to remove the years and space from population. Okay, so we need you to resort by state alphabetically from A to Z. So you're going to select your table again.
And you said to sort by alphabet?
No, you need to select the whole table. If you can't sort just the one column, otherwise your data will be skewed.
Go out there.
Okay.
No. Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Right there. Okay, so that's your table.
Okay.
So, she's going ahead of us. Okay, all right. So we have that. Now the question number 2 says, so can you see where it says managing data? That's the name of this class. Number 1, can you make that gray so we know we did it already? Okay, so we know we did that. Next thing, remove the years and space from population using replacement. So you see the year 2020 in parentheses and the space between it?
No. Where?
Okay, so go down to C30. Do you see the year and the parentheses and the space?
Yes.
So now you can select the whole column. And what we're going to do is a replacement, right? So you want to take out all that 2020 and the parentheses and the space. So you're going to do a replace.
See where?
Find and select. Yeah. Find and select. You'll get used to it. You see replace, select that. So what are you replacing? Tell me first and then type it in.
You're replacing year and whatever that is.
Okay, so you want to put the first parenthesis, the open paren. Open parentheses 2020.
Oh.
No. Diane, I don't think you understand what we're doing. Close parentheses. Space. Why did I tell you space? Because if you look at C30, stop there, don't do anything yet. If you look at C30, the year of that census was 2020. And so they have 2020 in parentheses, then they have a space, and then they have 43976. We don't want to put our data with any space in it. So that's why I told you put the year in parentheses, and then, and I want you to scroll down a little bit. Can you scroll down? I don't know if you can scroll down with the bar open. Yeah, there you are. Keep going. Okay, right there. So I want you to see that all of these 2020s will be replaced, right? So you're going to remove West and leave nothing there. So you're going to replace with nothing. You're going to take out all of that, delete West, and hit replace all. Okay? So in one action, you've removed all of the things that say 2020.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
So she highlighted the complete cell C, okay?
Yes, yeah.
At the before she got to C30,
Mm-hmm.
the information above C30
Mm-hmm.
did not include a year,
Correct.
right? But
Uh-huh.
she only wanted to take out the year, which came down um, at C30,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So why did she have to highlight the entire cell as
Be
opposed to,
she didn't
go
have to,
ahead.
she could have selected the range. But
Oh,
we
okay.
also know that if it's not there, there's nothing for it to do.
Okay.
So it's quicker to just select the cell, the whole column,
Mm-hmm.
than to start picking the range. And Diane struggles sometimes with click and drag, but she'll be a pro at it soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, just click the whole thing. Now, if you are working with data where you have 4,000 rows of data, you may not want to be selecting a range going down
Got
because,
you.
you
Okay.
know,
Okay. I
and
just wanted to be sure why we
Mhm.
do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
Okay.
one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, Diane, you could have put your cursor in, let's put the cursor in 26, C26. I'm sorry. Come on, don't bang on the phone. We're
Oh.
going over all the good little tricks. So right there. Now, Diane, if you wanted to select a bunch of data below that, right? You could also, this is another way of selecting multiple cells. Hold down the shift key and the page down, and it'll go down exactly one page of cells and highlight all of them. So you're going to hold the shift key down. No, 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 no. You're using the arrow key, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So what I asked you to do is hold down the shift key
I'm doing
and
that.
hit page down on the right-hand side of your keyboard.
Oh.
Okay.
Go back
Okay.
into C26, just the one cell. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Go back to
Undo.
C26.
Oh.
Should I undo what I did?
Yeah, yeah, just go to C26 and undo. Okay. Oh, no.
Okay.
Hit redo, please. Right.
So
Go to
go to
C26.
C26, which is
There
here.
you are. Yeah, that's good. And
Mhm.
now hold down the shift key and page down, and that's one page of data.
Okay.
So I'm just showing different ways of selecting text. So the next thing in number 2, remove the years and space from the population, replacing that. So we still have 2021 estimate, Diane, and that's in column D. So in this case, you could click and drag down to the ones that have it to select just the cells that have that.
Hold on. Hold on.
So you're starting at CD30 and selecting everything there. No,
So
D30.
No, they got to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Pull, drag. Oh,
drag it
sorry.
down.
You're not copying. No, 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 that's copy. You don't want to copy. You want to select. So when you click on the cell, just keep moving. There you go. Perfect.
Mhm.
That's good. So
Yeah.
in that bit of data, we
Mhm.
want to replace 2021 estimate, period, close paren, and space. So
So
change 2020 to 2021, space.
do I have to put EST?
Change it to 20, yeah, space. Okay, let's stop. Let's discuss that. That's a good question. If you don't put EST there as something you want to replace, it'll take out all the 2021
And it
and
was
leave
the
EST.
EST. Okay.
Right. So you want to replace all of that. Period, close
Is that here?
parentheses, and space
Okay.
after that with nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Replace all.
And then I will hit replace all.
That's it. Okay, so you've done that. What's the next sort? So you can make the second one. We did that. Whoa. You can't wait for us, huh?
Hmm.
Look at this. All right, that's good. That's good stuff. So sort by population, then by division, then by region, and then by, we're going to skip region because we didn't fill in all of the regions. So we're going to skip that out, right? So what if we wanted to, can we do that? I don't remember. Let me show y'all something. What I'm trying to do, we're not going to do region, but I want to take just the, so what I did, I clicked on the cell number 3 here, item number 3. I'm going to take out region because we didn't finish it all the way down. So I want to see if I can go into font and strike through and make it red.
Hmm.
But I don't know if it'll do that to the whole cell. So let us see if that works. Okay, that worked.
Hmm.
So I selected the word region because we're not going to do that one. I went into font. This is the, I forget what they call it. I'm sorry. I'm a little stale today. I clicked into the font menu here, which is under the
Uh-huh.
home menu,
Uh-huh.
and I got the choices for font, and I did strike through, and I changed the color to red, and
Okay.
that's basically it. Okay, so now, Diane, we're going to sort by population. Do you need us to help you with that?
When you say sort by population, you want to go highest to lowest?
Why don't we do lowest to highest?
Okay. Um, so this is the population,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go on this,
Are you sure you
and
only
I'm
want to
going
select? Wait, no, wait. Are you sure? What do you want to sort? Just
the
the one
population.
column? Because
Yeah.
if you only sort that column, Alabama is going to get somebody else's population. But we want Alabama to go with its own population in the order where it belongs. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So you're selecting the whole table, yeah.
But not the estimated.
Everything, the whole
Okay.
table it's one data table. There you go.
Okay.
So there you go. Custom sort. Okay, what are we sorting by first?
We're sorting by the value.
The
What
state.
value?
The from highest to lowest,
Of
the
what? What are you
population.
sorting by? Population. So right now it is sorted by state. What we want to sort by population. Right. Now we don't need to do this now, but I want to show you all something. You can also sort by a secondary value,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you had two populations the same, then the state which is higher on the list would go first. You understand? So you're going to click add a level. So if New York and New Jersey had 40,000 people, you would want to list New Jersey first before New York. You follow me? So you add a level, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're going to go by state
Mm.
and click OK.
Mm. That's new to me.
Okay, so Vermont has only 8,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
I would call that a small shot, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so on. Now, what I want you to do in only column C,
Uh-huh.
see if we have any duplicates. Do you remember how to do that?
Um, so you're gonna go to find.
No. We did that it was a long time ago. For duplicates, you go under conditional formatting in the middle. Down in the middle of, no.
Okay.
Conditional formatting is under the styles menu. So you have font alignment number and then styles. No, no, no. So we're in the home tab
Uh-huh.
under styles. You see alignment. You see font.
Is this conditional
Yeah,
formatting right
that's
here?
conditional formatting. Yeah.
Right.
So click
Okay.
that.
You see, it gives me
No, click
that.
it. Okay.
Okay.
So highlight cell rules. That's what you want to do. What you're going to highlight the cell with.
Up at the, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you want to highlight? Duplicate values. And say okay. Let's just see if we have any states that have. Scroll down. Let me see if there's any duplicates. Okay. No two states have the same value, right? If it did, then you would have seen the state that comes earlier in the alphabet would be listed first. That's why I told you to do a multi-level sort.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you had multiple people from one state, you could have said sort by state. Under New York, then you go, let's see the people who make the highest money first. If you were doing a chart like that.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So that is sort by population. Now we're going to select the whole table and now sort by division. I'm going to speed it up. Select the whole table. Okay. And to filter all the way over on the right on the home menu, we haven't left the home menu yet. We see
Mhm.
sort and filter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're going to
It's
click that filter button. It looks like
hold on.
a funnel.
One second. It's a filter by region slash division.
No,
Okay.
we want to click the filter button
Filter.
there.
That.
I was
Right.
just reading what I was supposed to be doing.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sorry. So that's filter. So what filter did is put these little triangular things at the top in the
Right.
boxes at the
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
top of your
Mm-hmm.
thing. And so
Yes.
we want to filter by division. So go over to there,
Right.
click that, and
Mm-hmm.
now it's showing all. But if you unselect all,
Mm-hmm.
now let's just give us New England and Mountain. Hit okay. And those are the people in New England and Mountain. Did your
Mm.
stuff get wiped out? No, it did not. But if you wanted to show them only the people in the Northeast or only the people in New England, only the people in Mountain, you filter by whatever it is you want to represent. You take a copy of this and create your new sheet, and you'll be able to
Uh-huh.
send this out.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
One quick question.
uh-huh,
So you have to click on the filter emblem.
right.
I call it symbol first,
Yeah, you have to
and
say, I
then
want to
you
filter
go down.
data.
Right,
Uh-huh.
and then you can filter how you want to filter it.
Right. So she's just turned
Got
off
you.
filter. And if you hit
Okay.
it again, you'll turn it on.
Okay.
Right? If you
Mhm.
go that, and you may want to
Mhm.
take out, I don't want to show the data for New York because New York is not
Mhm.
doing well. So you unclick New York. You
Okay.
click everything else. You could click everything, select all, and then you
On.
unclick New England, right?
Okay.
So we don't want to show New England. That's going to make us look bad. Boom. So it gives you everything except New England,
Except New England. Okay.
right?
Got it.
Okay.
Or if you
I
only
have a
want to show where there's snow, you select
Mhm.
the Northeast and the Midwest and, and leaving out
Right.
the South. That's what you would do.
Okay.
I hope y'all are understanding.
I get it.
Now,
try.
if you notice the filter box changed only for division because you said you want to filter by
That's the
division.
one you're filtering
So
by.
that's where the filter is at the moment. So if you get a
Mhm.
spreadsheet and you see that, you know that it's filtered by, that's what
That
you're filtering
division.
by.
That,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And
I
to
have a
turn
Um.
off filter,
question.
you just go back to sort and filter and turn it off.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, if you want to export this spreadsheet and you still keep your data, so like create a new spreadsheet from this information.
Okay. So why don't we filter just go back to filter because it's too big. I want to show you a short one. Go back. No, no, no. Go back to division where your division is. Click that. Take off select. Actually, click that. Hit select all. Turn it off again. And just choose two. Any two. Any two. I don't know how many people are in those. Yeah. Okay. Say okay. So you have just a smaller thing, east, north, and east, south.
Mm-hmm.
Right click on the whole sheet in one step. Right click on the whole sheet.
I did that.
No, you didn't. Everything will be gray when you right click on the whole sheet.
Okay, so I didn't right click on the
You
whole
want you
sheet.
want to select the whole sheet. We just went over it. Okay, that little gray triangle between A and 1 in the corner, between A
Okay.
and 1, that's how you select your whole sheet. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Right click, copy. No, not there. Okay, wherever you want to do. Copy. Okay. Hit File, New, and I want to show you that you're going to enter it.
In a new
Just a
spreadsheet.
blank workbook.
Mm-hmm.
Enter. Okay. Go above each of those columns. Select all of them. Double click to make the data fit.
Over a little bit more. Uh-uh.
Go over.
Just double click.
Oh,
No,
No,
sorry.
double click. Okay, just drag it out because it's the double click is not working for you. Go up above where the green.
no, over on the
No,
other
you
side.
got to click on the right side of the right.
Yeah,
You
on
have
the
to
little
be on the
line.
line
On the line.
between. There you go.
Oh,
Okay. I
okay.
don't know what she did,
Yeah,
but she got it.
she
But
clicked on the line.
that is the whole of what you just copied. You've just created a new worksheet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, are you on? No, you're back to 50 states. Where's your new thing?
I don't know. I'm not even touching
Oh
the.
my God. It's back here. Hold on. This is
Okay,
our
here she
original sheet. So this is what I was showing you. One second, let me show you. So this is your new sheet that you're going to send out because this sheet still has the rest of the data. If you take off the filter, then it will come back, right? So let's bring back all your data. Select all. So all your data is still in the sheet. Once you filtered, you only see a piece of it, but you've copied that and you copied only what's filtered. That's what I wanted to show
Mhm.
you. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
click here. Let me see if this will work now. Yeah. So I double clicked on it to fit, but if I wanted to make the cells a certain size, I would drag it out like that and they would all be the same size.
Mhm.
All right. So you've made this and you could call it excerpt, you could call it whatever you want to call it, just
Mm-hmm.
the east, just the north, or whatever. And that's how you've created your data from. You might have a master spreadsheet like this that might be data for all the salespeople, but you only want to see the data for your region. You will have
Mhm.
copied your region and created your own thing if you were just trying to get something to send out a report. Does that make sense? So we've completed sort,
Mhm.
and I think our 3 minutes are up. I'm sorry we didn't get to, what's the last one? Use color coding to indicate largest to smallest. We can get to that next week. And
Okay,
I'll try to keep it to
great.
just 1 hour. No more overruns.
Okay.
All right then.
Okay,
Thank you
thank you
so much. We
guys.
appreciate it.
No
Okay.
Okay.
problem. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay. Bye
All
bye.
right.